Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of TeeVee Dissection. I'm your host TeeVee Genie, and for today's episode we'll be reviewing the season 5 premiere of the Vampire Diaries, I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think it's a fitting episode for us to start off with this channel with, and without further ado, I'll just dive right in. I've written down all the points that I wish to discuss for this review, just so I don't forget. First of all, I have to speak about how I was more excited for this premiere than I was for last season's premiere, because I was still, kind of reeling from what happened with Stefan and Elena. I'm not going to hide it, I'm a big Stelena shipper, and I don't ship Delena. And I've already done a video about why, so I won't get into that, but yeah. This season, after seeing what happened to Stefan, I've been really anticipating it, and so it's been a challenge trying to wait for this episode to come, but it finally came, and yeah, so let me go into the next point right about now. So I know the writers have been throwing out their little hints about, Matt and Rebecca for a while, basically all of last season. And I pretty much thought that by this season they would get into some kind of relationship, but I didn't think it would be that far along. But thinking about it in terms of the time, the time span, and it was over the whole summer, then it kind of made sense that they ended up in a relationship. But I thought it was kind of weird that they made Matt seem like that kind of guy who would do a threesome, where I don't think they're always portraying Matt as this goody two-shoes kind of guy. So seeing him do something like that was really odd to me, in my opinion. Add to his character. I'm still annoyed by Elena. I'm not sure when I'll not be annoyed by Elena, but yeah, I'm still annoyed by her. Weirdly, I think that Jeremy being alive was the only thing in the whole episode to me. Well, not necessarily the whole episode, but in the first couple minutes of starting the episode, that felt, legit to me. It felt right to me. And also Caroline, obviously, the one who always makes the time to settle stuff with school. Everybody else kind of seems like they're just like, forget that, about the rest of the world and that school exists and everything. But Caroline always sets aside time to, make sure that everything goes smoothly, etc. Yup. Okay. So it's never a CW show without the introduction of new hotties in the season premiere. So it was definitely funny watching Elena and Caroline trying to get out of the habits that they formed in Mystic Falls. Especially, it makes sense that they would have had those habits, because basically in Mystic Falls they're kind of like in a bubble of always, running for their life, somebody trying to attack them, etc. So when they come out of Mystic Falls, they kind of like have to get acclimatized to this new way of being. But then later in the episode we see that, that kind of just fell down the crapper. Right, so next point is about Megan. Now, like Caroline, I suspected something was odd about Megan. Megan is the roommate that they got. I suspected something was odd about her since she came into the scene, because I just thought it was odd that, what are the odds that there would have to be something messed up with their room especially because Caroline is like misorganization and everything. So I'm sure she would have made sure that everything was done perfectly. So obviously somebody set it up that Megan would be in the room. I don't know if she set that up or whatever, but yeah, I thought something was odd about her from the beginning. Whether she knew about vampires or not, I don't know, but since she drank the vervain water, whichever vampire bit into her neck, they must be like experiencing some heavy problems, unless they're like Catherine or one of them who been drinking vervain, so they bring up their immunity to vervain. Yeah, my next point is the shock on Damon's face when he saw Stefan/Silas. To me that was kind of funny, because aside from the fact that I was like, why the heck does he not know that that's not Stefan? I mean, it's your own brother, for crying out loud. Can't you tell who your brother is different from Silas? I mean, even though he thinks that Silas is dead or whatever, but still, like, doesn't he think that there would be something odd about Stefan? Plus, didn't he think it was odd that, Stefan all of a sudden, like, shows up? Like, I know it's been the whole summer, but I think that it would take more than a whole summer for Stefan to get over his epic love and just come back like that if he said he was going to disappear. So, and I'm sure, I mean, I saw the shock on his face, so he was shocked that he was back already, but, well, we don't know. So, okay, let's see what the next point is. Yeah, it was painful to watch Stefan suffering for the episode. I love Stefan, so aside from that, but I'm sure that everybody felt the emotion too, like him being locked in the, I mean, can you imagine you're locked in a coffin and every time you wake up you have to drown all over again? It's literally just horrible. And especially just seeing him, going to his head and hallucinating about seeing Damon and turning off the switch and all of that, it was just really painful to watch. Yeah, Silas to me is like Ripper Stefan 2.0. All the little quirks of Ripper Stefan, but not as serial killer crazy as the Ripper. I don't see the relevance of him killing Bonnie's father, but I'm sure we'll see why in the episodes to come. So I don't know what you guys thought about that, but I like, given what we saw in this premiere, I don't see what was the relevance of him killing Bonnie's father. Was it just to make that point? But I'm sure he could have made that point in a better way. And I'm not, by all means, I'm not, attaching some morality to Silas or something like that by saying he could have done it a better way. I just mean, he literally didn't have to kill her father. Maybe he was doing it because he was being vindictive or whatever, but is Silas the vindictive type? I mean, maybe I'm forgetting how he was previously, but is he the vindictive type? I don't know. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess we'll find out why he had to do that. Whether it was the writers trying to do it so that, Bonnie could go through some rubbish again, because Bonnie always has to go through rubbish, or it's not Vampire Diaries. Yeah. But all in all, the episode was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. And I can't wait for this week's episode. Yeah, I know this review is pretty late, but better late than never. And you guys can tell me what you think. So if you like my review, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and check out the description box for all the relevant links. Thank you.